Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Shireen. Guys. So today I'll be talking about Korra and Justin. So I'll be looking this way and that way because I have two camera going, guys. I am streaming it on Facebook and I'm also on YouTube. So I'm using my phone and I'm also guys, welcome back. Anyhow, to share and subscribe to my channel. So I want to talk about Cora and Justin, and I want to bring some light. My opinion. This is only my opinion of what is going on in their relationship, or what I observe, because I'm an immigrant here, and Cora is also an immigrant. And when you're an immigrant in a country, sometimes you don't understand the process of things, right? And I know you have lawyers and I know you have all of that. Well, let me tell you what my opinions are. If somebody can share this video with her, that would be helpful. But I'm going to tell you from my standpoint what I am seeing going on here. It's not even about the children, right? When a man goes down to a foreign country and meet a woman, marry her, and bring her to a first world country, as they call it, bringing her to America, and if the relationship comes to an end, he he wants the relationship to come to an end, right? Because he was the one who walked out on her. However, he thought that she was going to be on down and didn't get up, and she was going to beg him come back to him, but that didn't happen. And because the relationship ended, he ended the relationship, because that's what narcissist does. They end the relationship, and then when they end the relationship, and if they don't see her suffering, it's almost like he wants to see you suffering outside, right? And if you're not suffering, he become obsessive with you because you see how well you're doing, right? You see how well you're doing, everything is going on well for you. So that is why he is taking you back to court, even though the divorce has ended, right? No matter, he's gonna treat you like shit, no matter what, guys. He's gonna treat you, Cora. I'm talking to you. He's gonna treat you like shit. He would not have respect for you. And I soon tell you why he won't have respect for you. No matter how long you'll reside in the United States of America, he will never see you as his counterparts. He never will. And if you go back into the relationship, you can understand why I'm saying that, because he brings you to America and feel like you owe him something. And anytime a person brings you from America, bring you from some third world country to America, they will feel like they owe you owe them something, right? So the truth is that Justin believed that he saved you. Like you were, I don't know what it is, but that's how men are usually, people behave when they bring you to a first world country. They believe that you couldn't do any better and they save you. And because they save you, you owe them your life, right? So you better know, understand that. That is what is going on here. And if you become successful, oh, if you become successful and he didn't thought that you would have been successful, that is what he can handle that. And that is what he's fighting in his head with. He cannot handle the fact that you are your career is taking off and you're not suffering, because he wants to see you suffer, and he will do anything and everything to make sure that you suffer, because guess what? He sees you as a third world human being, and you come here and you shouldn't be better. It's just a typical way people see immigrant. You shouldn't prosper, right? You shouldn't move up the ladder. And that is what he's seeing, because it's nothing about the kids. Because the both of you come together and have these children. And so now he wants full custody of the kids, and he will not stop until he gets it. Why? Because guess what? He is examining every video you put out there. So you have to be careful. He probably have a detective watching you when you're on the road with the kids, when you're out and about. So you have to be careful of what you're doing, right? If I was you, you know what I would do? As soon let us stick a pin there for a minute, because I'm going to give you my opinion moving forward, what you should be doing, right? Justin will not have any respect for you, and for so many reasons. He doesn't see you as his equal counterpart. Just because, first of all, you're a black woman and he's white. And even though he might not be racist, he has it's just it's a thing that was already developed in him because of who he is, or his background. He's Caucasian. And even though sometimes a white guy married a black girl, somehow, somewhere, they're still they're still, I wouldn't say they're racist, but them still have certain amount of bias, that them unconscious bias that they don't even know they have. He don't even know he has the bias. He sees you as lower than, because if it was his equal counterpart, like a white woman, so on and so forth, he wouldn't go on social media and try to bash you and pull you down, even though you want to make something for you and his kids. You're not trying to live a life for yourself alone. You have two girls, and those two girls are his girls, and you want to make sure that you can provide for them, right? Just because the marriage ends doesn't mean that you both have to come together and provide for those children. You have to provide for those children. You want to save your money, and understand it, but at this point, there's no way. You need to make sure you're ahead of the game, right? You need to make sure you're ahead of the game. Justin have indifferences towards you, right? He will never treat you the same as how he would treat his equal counterpart. And as I said to you, it's because of some unconscious bias he has inside of him. He don't even know he has it. A lot of people have it. I'm going to give you an example. Like, you're an immigrant in this country, and when you come into this country, they will hear you ask, if you become American and you said, I'm an American, they ask you, oh, where you're from. And it is sometimes, it is unconscious bias. Of course, I didn't born here, but that doesn't excuse the fact that I can't be American. I am American by naturalization. And some of them cannot handle that you are an American, not because you don't born here, right? So there is some kind of unconscious bias going on there, and you have to realize that he will not see you as his equal counterpart. So stop it. Stop coming on social media and telling, oh, why him hate me? Why? He's a devil, he's this and he's that. Don't, that is where you go wrong. Keep your cool. Don't let him provoke you, because that's exactly what he wants to do. He wants to provoke you, and he's watching you. He's watching your every move. Sooner or later, he's gonna say that you're not fit to be a parent, and you have mental health issues and whatnot. Not be careful. Be careful, right? Don't This guy is going to he doesn't want to see you survive. He doesn't understand that he doesn't know that black women are strong, and black woman, you're going to lead. He doesn't understand that that is not he bring you to America because he thought that you're less than him and you would be submissive to him. But because you have your career and you're very persistent in your career, he couldn't handle it. And that is why him walk away, because he's very controlling. He won't control your whole being. He won't control. I don't know the story, but I can guess. He wanted to control the money. He wanted to control when you go out, what you do, how you do it. Even if you have your business, he wants to be the manager of it, everything. And that is control that's how they are. And if him can't get control, if him can, it pisses him off, because him already see you lower than him in his mind, even though he married you. That doesn't mean he doesn't love you, but him see you as a woman from Nigeria. You shouldn't come here in a country that he was born in and progress faster than him. No, he doesn't. He thinks that he shouldn't see you like that, and that is what you don't understand. He will never value you. So if it's that, if validation you're looking for from Justin, you will never get it. He will never validate you, not know what you do. So all you come on there, and I know how women are, them come there and them dance and whatever, whatever. No, nothing is wrong with the dancing and whatnot, but making sure that you are not doing anything to provoke him, right? You don't want to provoke him because he's watching you. No, he's watching every move. And when you live with a person for a while, sometimes I don't understand some code, but he might understand the code, right? He might understand some of the code. So that's why I'm saying that make sure that you are not um provoking him. He will use the kids against you, and that is what he's doing. So he's there taking notes and making sure that you don't making sure that he nitpick every move, right? He will try to use the kids as pawn and try to make the kids believe that he's the better parent. Yes, he's going to try make the kids believe that he's the better parent. And so you're going to notice that the kids will probably, he might win. The kids, he might win because the kids might see him as a better parent, because remember, you have a hectic schedule, right? You have a hectic schedule. And in truth and in fact, what I have observed online is that he seems to be have more time and patience, right? That doesn't mean, I'm not saying that you're not a good mom. I never said that. I thought you're an excellent mom. But because you bear in the shoulder, you have to do lots of things. You have to come online, you have to cook, you have to go to, make money. And he's in a more relaxed situation because all he has to do is go to his work. He has a 9-to-5 job and you don't. You have to constantly making sure that you put yourself out there. So you have a lot on your plate. And that is what the problem is. He's going to tarnish your reputation. He tried to do that already, right? Because you're not human to him, and he's not going to validate you. So because he's not going to validate you, he's going to make it look like you're not a good person. And what he start to do is attack your character. The very character that attract him to you, he's trying to attack. Now, you don't have any, it's not like you're a doctor like him, so you have to do what you have to do to make an income, because trust me, I know California is very expensive, right? And how are you going to make an income and pay your rent when this man leave you when you have the baby, right? How dare this man walk out on you when you have a newborn baby? That for sure you that man have no love in his heart. He have no compassion for you, none at all. No compassion. He has indifferences towards you. And that's what you must understand. He will not like you. There's something about you that he will not like. He sees that you are a progressive person. He sees that you are independent. He sees that you want to bloom, and he cannot handle it. And some people becomes doctor because they want the limelight. They want people to say to them, "Oh, you're a doctor," and honor them. I'm not saying, these are just my assumption. And because he's like that now, and then he's a doctor and went all these years at university. And now you come with your dancing, your natural talent that God gave you, and you are producing more than him. You think it doesn't rub him the wrong way? It rub him the wrong way? Absolutely. He hates it. The reason why he walked out on you is because him couldn't handle it. Right? He could not handle it. He will stop at nothing. He's going to try destroy your reputation, destroy your career, everything. So you have to be careful. You're winning, Korra. You're winning, Korra. My apology. Your career is doing good, right? And because your career is doing good, he's developing a hate for you. Yeah, that's what is happening. He hates you. Him can't stand you when him go and him hear your song. I'm gonna ride my I heard it and that part stuck in my head. I'm gonna ride my whatever you said there. He hates it. He couldn't, and then you dance, and then him can't find. Trust me, he's not going to find another Korra. That is what the problem is. He thought that when he leave you, you were going to just reduce to nothing. But you rise above him because guess what? Black women are strong, right? And you know that you have to survive because there's nobody here. You don't have any mother, brother, sister in America. You have nobody to pick up the slack for you. You have to do it. So then your mind is working at all time to make sure that you can provide for those kids, and that man want to pull you down. And then some of these people have the audacity to come here and say, "Oh, you're not a good mom." They don't know the problem, the stress you must have gone through. I suggest that you see a counselor too. You need counseling. Honestly, you do. I talk about unconscious bias already. This man does not see you as his equal counterpart. He sees you as somebody that he goes to Africa or go to Africa, yes, and he sees you to come cook, clean for him, right? His idea of a wife is to cook, clean, etc., etc. That is his idea of a wife. His idea of a wife is not to enhance you and to promote you and to validate you and to make you go far in your career. That is not his expectation. That wasn't his expectation, and he realized it that he didn't get a person who is just going to come here and sit and wait on him to feed you, and you try to feed yourself, and that is what is causing the problem. He just basically wanted to suffer, Korra. I keep saying Korra. He wants you to suffer. I have some notes here, guys. And you know what the worst part is? You're playing into his hand. Because a couple days ago, I saw you put out a video and you was feeding the baby with a fork. I mean, of course, you're not going to stick the baby. But you know how these naysayers, they're going to say you're going to stick the baby, you was sticking the baby, and you wasn't good mother, you did this and that. Because I can feed the baby and don't stick the baby with the fork. But you know how they're going to look at it. The more you need to make things look appropriate, right? That is what you have to do. You have to make sure that the things are appropriate. Now I know that I don't know for sure, that the judge says you guys must keep the kids off of the internet. Excellent. Keep the kids off the internet so he doesn't know what is going on in your house. And that's what you should have done from the beginning. What you should have done, you shouldn't let it reach this far. You should have stopped putting the kids online for a while, right? Stop putting the kids online for a while and let things die down, right? And be very careful of what you put out there, right? You don't say anything, don't answer to anything, right? You do your little videos and whatnot, not, but don't really do anything. And then if you do, you limit yourself to the amount of time you spend online, right? Because he's watching you. He just want to see you fail, right? And you know what? He's trying to brainwash your kids, and your kids won't understand. I'm going to give you a situation. Say you have a husband, and your husband is a horrible person, he's a narcissist, and he behave bad and treat you bad. And you tell him his behavior is inappropriate and whatnot. Not. The kids them see how he treats you, right? And at the beginning, the kids would say, "That's not nice. You're not being nice to mom." And then after that, now he realized that the kid sees that. You know what a narcissistic person would have done? They would have go out and then they would buy pizza or buy something to cheer the kids up and make it look like daddy's a savior. So now the kids now always feel like he's the savior, or he would do something out of the way, like carry them. All of a sudden him start taking them, making sure that he doesn't really, I wouldn't say he doesn't discipline them, but extra nice to them, extra supportive, extra there, invalidate them, and sit there because he knows how to play the games. He's been living in America, and he knows what is expected, right? And you're a black woman, our culture is different, right? Maybe we don't have the softness that we need, but you have to go get a white friend and mimic her, because that's what he thinks that is love, right? That is what they say. My mother never hugged me, and I know my mom loved me. While here, they said every second, they said, "I love you, baby, I love you." And sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does mean something, but sometimes it doesn't mean anything. And we, in our culture, we respect our parents to the end. But these kids, you give them everything and still they don't respect. So you need to just go in line with what is happening here. You can't do one thing. Like sometimes I see I have the baby, and all I'm saying, I love you. I think you are a good woman. I think you are young, and I think we all make mistake, and I think you made the mistake because when you saw this guy, he must have love bomb you. I don't know if he did love bomb you or not, but I have a mind that he did love bomb you. You sleep with him, and you couldn't get rid of him, right? After him just dear all the time, and then you guys just the relationship formulate such you live together for you just start hook up, marriage, everything, and before you know it, you were have bank account together, everything like that, and that is what happened, right? That is what happened in this situation. But then I don't know, there's things you can do to fix it, as I said. So because him asking for full custody of the kids, right? What I would do, I would give when I am online. I don't know if the judge ban you guys from being online with the kids, but when I'm online, I would have put on a show for them, right? You put on a show for them, right? Put on a show. Instead of you need to give those kids at least 20 minutes undivided attention. That is what you need to do, and that is going to win. That's how you're going to win, right? You give them undivided attention. So not only you are showing it on camera, you are also winning the heart of the kids too. Because to be real honest, when the kids are with him, they seem somewhat more content. I could be wrong, because him know how to play the game, because narcissistic people are very charming and they know the rules and everything, and they him probably been working on those children for a long time, and you are there because you have everything on your shoulder, and because you know you're a single, you're basically co-parenting with a as you said, a demonic person, right? And all those words you need to stop, because you don't want people to see you in that light. Don't even speak like that about him. You want to maintain that it's my ex and I want to co-parent with him, right? And you will do anything possible to co-parent with him, because guess what? He's saying that when you're online, when you're on the road with the kids, you're on your phone streaming, so you're not paying attention to them, right? So therefore, is there some truth to that? You said that when you're streaming, you're not attentive to the children. Is that some truth to that? I don't know. So if I was you, I would go buy some Play-Doh. I'm gonna give you an example. Go buy some Play-Doh, and you sit and you play with the kids. Buy some toys where you and them can fit together and play. Give the public what they want, because obviously the public is not seeing that. And if I was you, that is what I would do, right? I would play dollhouse with the girls, right? Undivided attention, because you have to win the kid's heart also, because that motherfucker is over there. Excuse my impression. That guy is over there filling their heads with a lot of stuff that you're not even aware of, and making them seems as if you're not good. Oh, mom is not this, mom don't do that. And you don't know what is happening. You don't trust him. I don't trust him, because what have you done to him for him to be taking you to court? It costs you guys 100. Your guys are not wealthy people. It costs you $100,000 that could put into trust fund for those kids. Obviously, the man don't want, he don't care about the children, because first of all, if I'm getting a divorce, the first thing I'm thinking about is my children. Honestly, I'm going to be thinking about my kids and trying to put as much money away for them for school, because guess what? You're not going to be young all the time. And believe it or not, with a career like the career you have, you better not try to accumulate all the money you can at this point, because you're young and fresh now, but we all get old, right? Show a lot of affection to the children. That's what you have to do now. You have to go play the game, right? Because also you want to make those kids feel secure and feel like, where is mom? I want mom, right? You want them to feel that way. And another thing, you see how he went and he go or rent a place, a big place, and talk about how he's smart. He went a place and then he talk about, oh, I'm going to be renting this place for the kids, and then you now live in a one bedroom, right? So therefore, him showing that he can provide for them more than you. Now, Korra, I realize that it seems as if, and I know a lot of Black women are like that, because when you don't grow up with a lot of money, you tend to hoard money. Correct me if I'm wrong. Even me do it too. You tend to hoard money, and you tend to not use money as, use money as a mean of your necessity outside of food, clothing, and a little shelter, right? What you need to do though, I'm sure you can afford to go buy, just find yourself a nice 2-bedroom, right? Place, right? A 2-bedroom place where the girls can have them own setup, right? So to show that you are providing for those kids and them have a little place to play in. That is, yeah, I forgot to do that, because they don't see him doing it. Him showing them. That's what the guy is getting. People are telling him what to do, because people are on his side, right? They're telling him what to do. So that is what you need to do, right? Remember, you're a minority in this country. You're a foreigner in this country. Don't forget it. And because you accomplish, some people don't like. Even, I'm not even talking about Justin. Some people don't even like to see immigrant come here and do better than them who born in this country. Because this country is their homeland. Another thing you need to consider, a lot of people respect, once you have doctor beside your name, a lot of people respect that. So when you go to court, there is some biases there where they will say that, oh, doctor this, doctor that, and then them look at you because that is the light he wants to let them see you in. Look at you as a go-go dancer or some dancer or just a black girl from Africa, right? That is how they're gonna see you, especially if you get a certain his counterpart judge to deal with and all of that. You got to understand that. And then he knows how to play the game because it's his country, right? And him understand the culture a little bit better than you, right? Him bitter, and there's nothing you can do about it. I am so sorry that if I was in your situation, I would shut down my Facebook page. But unfortunately, you cannot do that because this is where your bread and butter come from, right? You will stop at nothing to try to make sure that you have nothing. He wants to see you come to him and beg him. That is what he wants. Right? And that's what narcissists like. They like when you come and you beg them, oh, yeah, I was wrong. I was this, I was that. I'm going to leave you with this because I'm not going to let this video longer than it should be. Anytime you're in a public place, anytime you're supposed to meet Justin, make sure that you meet him in a public place. Why I say that? You can't trust these people. You cannot trust. As a matter of fact, you can't trust nobody. Jealousy, go check it out in the Bible and see what jealousy can do to an individual. Right? Jealousy is a dangerous thing. So if you're going to drop off the kids, make sure you have somebody with you. Make sure that you don't reconcile, because sometimes they will try to reconcile with you just to hurt you, right? So you better be warned, right? I'm just a black girl from Jamaica, and trust me, I know what it is. I know the feeling of when somebody brought you to a country, and then if you accomplish anything, first of all, they don't validate you as a person who accomplished it. They validate themselves, like them did go get a degree, or it's like them did put themselves out there, or like you're dancing, you're doing all of this dance, and he wants to take all the can't remember the word now. Yeah, the limelight, I would say. Him want it look like him actually did go out there and dance. Just because, why? Just because he brought you here. And if you talk to any or many women who men have brought them here, that is exactly how it go. It's almost like you feel indebted to them, and they will stop to nothing to bring you down or try to bring you down because you shouldn't be in a position higher than them. Right? And as I said to you before, and I'm going to say it again, if you have the kids, you make sure you have 100%, give them 100% of your time, right? Research show that if you spend 20% or 20 to 30% of time a day with your children, undivided attention. I mean, we're always there, but sometimes we're like, you're sitting with them, you're watching the movie, TV with them. That is not undivided attention. Undivided attention is actually you interacting with them, playing with them. What I mean playing with them, playing Play-Doh, playing dollhouse, right? Playing Legos. That is called that is the kind of thing you need to be doing with your kids, right? Anyhow, guys, there you have it. That is my opinion. And I hope you can see my opinion, because this guy won't stop. And what you have to do now, you have to play it smart, right? You have to play it smart. Anyway, guys, good night. Have a good night. Bye.